ladies. Hello and welcome to the 2021 annual meeting. It is now time to do the group photo, and because we are numerous and it's a glorious day, we're actually going to go just outside the door across from where you checked in, and we're going to stand right there at the veranda. The goal is to try to be shaped in kind of like a crescent or a U shape. So if you could start gathering together and positioning yourself, that would be great. Again, we're going to start that right now. So if you can head on out, and we'll get the group photo done and over with, and then that way we'll kick off the meeting. So everybody go ahead and head on outside. Thank you.
President. You too, Joyce. Come on up. Scoot over. Joyce, you can sit here.
I got flags.
Ladies, if you have a glass, please make sure it's down low. We have to see that. Number two, I'm going to need some of you in the back. So you see me, scoot this way, and everybody next to her, scoot that way. We need to fill it a little in the back there. Yeah, over towards the brick, right at the edge of the brick. And then in the cowboy hat, is that Teresa? Go ahead and scoot that way. Okay, Devin, how are we doing? Devin's not looking. John, how are we doing? Okay, so when Devin's ready, this is my sweet husband who's taking our picture. So, on the count of three, may we say in this order, Matilda, Devin, and RJ. Matilda! So on the count of three, and I hope this is on tape. RJ, we're going to say Matilda, Give us a 3 count, Devin. Oh, he's just running around.
Okay. All right. I'm going to kind of raise this above my head, but just keep looking forward. And kind of through 1, 2, 3.
Welcome to the 2021 annual meeting of the Impact100 of Northwest Florida membership. I would like to call this meeting to order, and I ask our secretary, Frances Childry, to conduct a roll call of the board and confirmation of quorum. Frances?
It's so exciting to see everyone. Thank you for being here. And our lovely president is here, Carly Barnes, Mary Pat Cedarleaf, Cindy Mchugh, Michelle Anchors, Teresa Allen. I know you're here. Thank you, Teresa, for all the work you've done. Valerie Bogar. Barbara Brett. Thank you, Barbara, for your work today. Marty Broderick. Valerie Burrell. Thank you for your excellence this year. Kathy Campbell. Thank you, Kathy. Kathy Edge, who had to put up with me this year. Thank you. Nancy Francis. Carol Merkel. Vicki sorry, Vicki. Mary Tinsley. Thank you, Mary. And Debbie Vaughn, who's out there probably, but I know she's here. Thank you, everyone. And I'd like to say the quorum is established, and I'll turn it back to you, Madam President. Thank you.
Thank you, Frances. If you would like to make a motion or make a comment during the annual meeting, please do so by standing up, giving your name for the record, and then either making your motion or making your comment. At this point, I would like to ask, is there a motion to approve the agenda as printed in the program? Please stand so I can see you. Thank you, Michelle. Is there a second? Vicki Richson seconds. Frances? Are there any changes or updates or questions about the agenda as printed in your program? Seeing none, all in favor of the motion to approve, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? All right, unanimous. Thank you. We do not have minutes to approve this year. However, our secretary is, from this point forward, going to take minutes during this annual meeting. This meeting is required by the bylaws, and so the board felt that it would be very appropriate for us to take minutes and then have those minutes for you next year for approval. So next year, you'll have minutes to approve. I'd like to thank you for being a part of one of the key meetings within our organization, the annual meeting of the membership. Thank you to the members who are watching on Zoom and Facebook, and special thanks to our videographer genius, who has made so much possible for us all year long. Please help me give thanks to RJ Murdoch. This is a day when all members are eager to find out about the 10 grant finalists and the grant committees and all the work that they've done all during the year. It gets really exciting when you find out the results of the vote. Does anybody else get butterflies at that point in the afternoon? Yeah, I do too. Despite the continuing challenges that we face this year, your board of directors, your committee chairs, and your co-chairs have remained vigilant in 2021. As we continue to grow and evolve, so has our organization. I would like to give you an official report on the state of the organization and tell you about the stellar work that has been done on your behalf and for your benefit by our subcommittees and committees and board of directors. I'd like to start talking about Impact100 of Northwest Florida from an organizational perspective. This year we created and provided a strategic plan. It's available on the website under the About tab. We also amended the bylaws to allow absentee voters to be counted in the quorum tally. We conducted a brainstorming session focused on lessons learned from the pandemic, and we incorporated those results into your strategic plan. Almost all of the board of directors participated in the Impact Global Conference this year. We also contributed videos and other information to the first Global Day of Impact celebration in honor of 20 years of the Impact100 organization. And if you weren't a part of that celebration, you missed it. Globally, Impact100 as an organization has contributed $105.8 million to charities. Let's talk about finance. As you can see from the financials that are in your program from our Treasurer and Finance Committee, we have remained fiscally sound. The Treasurer and the Finance Committee helped to create a system to receive bequests from deceased member estates as a result of a very generous bequest that we received from longtime member Mary Helen Skinner. In 2022, we will be launching a new payment plan for members. Beginning May 1st, this plan will allow members to have automatic monthly payments deducted toward their annual membership donation. So stay tuned and monitor your email for details. This will be a game changer, especially for younger women who aren't able to pay $1,000 at a time. It'll give them the opportunity to make payments year-round. Let's talk about your board of directors and what they've accomplished. We introduced the founding member moment at our board meetings for motivation, reflection, and cohesion in our work. And I have to tell you that Mchugh has done a fabulous job this year of keeping us motivated and encouraging us. Thank you. Because our board of directors meetings have been virtual all year, Vice President Carly Barnes and I wanted an opportunity for board members to come together for a reason other than our work. So she and I hosted board of director socials. We did one in August at Painting with a Twist, who graciously hosted us. We did a board potluck dinner last month, and next month we will have a bonfire on the beach. Last month, the board also established Making an Impact $100,000 at a time, our new funding structure that will begin in 2022. This will enable us to provide additional grants as we have additional funds. So as you see from the graphic in the back, every year the nonprofits will know that they will receive a $100,000 grant, and whatever number we have over that $100,000 increment will be reserved and saved until we have enough for another grant. And so every couple of years we'll be able to have enough to give an additional grant.
The Board of Directors joined and appointed Chamber of Commerce representatives for the city of Destin, Walton, Niceville, and Fort Walton Beach, Walton County, excuse me. Those representatives provide us with an update and a report every month so that the board is aware of what they're doing on behalf of Impact. And I have to say, we have seen memberships as a result of those Chamber of Commerce memberships. Let's talk about grants. The Grant Committee conducted a successful Future of Giving Grant Roundtable in February and presented the reconstituted grant workshop format in April. The Grant Review Subcommittee streamlined the review process and held virtual site visits and committee meetings. That enabled more members to participate in the selection process. We have members who don't live here, and they were able to participate in site visits and in the Grant Review Committee process. Membership. Event coordination produced and facilitated 11 virtual recruiting events during January through April, featuring visits with previous grant recipients. They also launched the Minute with a Member interview video series on Facebook and YouTube, the brainchild of Teresa Allen. Membership Engagement Subcommittee developed and conducted a new format for member orientation in July, and the Membership Engagement Subcommittee developed and initiated the Speakers Bureau and the Ambassador Program. This year, there were 22 of you who volunteered to be ambassadors and provide mentorship to small groups of new members from 2020 and 21. Community Engagement Subcommittee also developed 15 new partnerships and retained existing relationships with businesses and community partners. All of you contributed to us recruiting 54 new members this year compared to 40 new members last year. The Membership Engagement Subcommittee also created a Facebook members-only page. And if you haven't joined that page, please do so, because that's where we share special information and celebrations with members only. I would be remiss if I left out marketing and communications. The External and Digital Communications Subcommittee has expanded our social media presence and activity, resulting in more awareness, more follows, and more likes. The consistency and innovation by the Marketing and Communications Committee has resulted in a published monthly newsletter that you can depend on each month to provide you with information and news that you need. Will the members of the 2021 Board of Directors please stand? Please help me recognize your board who made all of these things happen. Thank you, ladies. I'd also like to recognize our area review chairs, our committee chairs, our co-chairs, and the committee members who do the heavy lift. If you served on any Impact 100 of Northwest Florida committee or volunteered to work at any event, would you please stand? Any committee, in any position. Thank you so much, each of you, for your involvement this year. I have the privilege of introducing you to the incoming amazing women who will serve on the 2022 Board of Directors. As I call your name, please stand and remain standing. Melanie Adams, Jean Constantino, Robin Donlin, Lorraine Elder, Joanna Soria, Joni Wallace, I don't think Joni was able to be here, and founding member for next year, Brandy Terrell, and I don't think Brandy was able to be here. Please welcome these women. I also have the honor of announcing our incoming 2022 president, Nancy Francis, who has served as this year's Grant Review Committee Chair. Nancy. Please help me welcome your 2022 board. Will all of the members of the 2022 Impact 100 Board of Directors please stand? And now I would like to introduce a very special woman who has steered this ship this year through some very turbulent waters and always did so with calm and grace and poise and a heart for all of the nonprofits that she serves. Our 2021 Grant Chair, Marty Broderick, will now give us an overview of the grant process and what it takes to get to this point today. Marty.
Good afternoon. It's great to be here, and it's great to be at this stage of the grant process. So it's an exciting culmination. One of the things that I just wanted to point out is that the grant process is really a year-round event. We divided the committee this year into two. One is grant process, and they do help us do all the things like the roundtable and the workshops, all the things that are process-oriented, and then the grant review committee. And we started out this year wanting to do something for our nonprofits, because our work is really to reach out to our nonprofits and support their efforts to serve our community. And this does mean support other than just the financial grants, which of course is huge. But we wanted to share some new ideas with them because it's a tough year for them. And so we started in February with the Future of Giving Roundtable, which was based on a report issued actually we got it through Impact100 National. And we did a roundtable. And we were thrilled that over 60 nonprofits and philanthropists joined us for this discussion. The idea is to put Impact 100 forward, not only just for the grants, but for our support of the nonprofits in other ways. In April, we hosted the grant writing workshop. And the purpose of this is to help our nonprofits learn this very difficult skill of grant writing. And it's not easy, it's a learned skill. And so we work with them and coach them through the workshop to try to show them all that's involved. It's not just filling out a form, it's a huge process. So we had over 70 participants this year, and we could see that the quality of the grants and what they were prepared to talk about was really phenomenal. The most interesting thing was that we had over 40 applicants or letters of intent. We ended up going through this, and quite a few of the new applicants were hesitant. But through the process, they learned so much about how you write for a grant. And every one of them, when we got to a certain place where they realized that they needed to learn more or have their organization better organized, came to us and said, we're going to withdraw, but we'll be back next year. But that was very important to us because we felt that they had an idea now, a better idea of what's involved. So they'll be better prepared next time and be able to do it. It's a tough task to write a grant. And in June through September, the grant review committee process began. And that really it really starts, the applications come back in early June. And then the committees really form and work through July and August. And it's very demanding but important work that they do. What happens first is when the applications come back, all the applications are reviewed by the Finance Committee. The Finance Committee is amazing. They're very talented women, very skilled in what they do. They speak a language that often I don't understand, but, you know, I trust them. You know, they're good. And it's very extensive. And the women on this committee review all the applications that we get. And this is not, you just read it. This is, it takes them maybe probably 4 hours at least to do one of them because it's so thorough. They go back through all the data. So we're very fortunate to have all these talented women who help us. Those grants that get through that process are then assigned to one of our 5 area review committees. And those are, as you know, arts and culture, education, environment, recreation, preservation, family, health, and wellness. All committees then follow the same process. The basis of our process is, and everything that we structure our review around, are the following guidelines. The first one we look for is the project's impact on the community and our neighbors. Then we look at what's the project's impact on the organization. Both of these first two we hope are very transformational and move everything along to the next level, because that's our idea. Then we look at the organization's strengths and the ability to successfully execute the project. And then we look at the project's overall strengths, and then we look at, and very importantly, that project's alignment with Impact100's mission. So it's very, very thorough, and if you participate on the committee, you'll see that the discussions are all based around these 4 or 5 guidelines. So it's very, and everybody's looked at in the same way, which is very strong. What happens is each member then, after the proposals have been put on a committee, each member reviews a proposal. They look through it, they research often the organization, but they spend a lot of time getting to know what is going on. Then we move in, we schedule site visits, and then we move into a pre-site visit meeting. And this is where they discuss the proposal in advance of the site committee or site visit and determine what they need to know, what they want to confirm, and what they hope maybe they can find out new. So after the pre-site visit meeting, we then go to the organization and we have a 1-hour virtual site visit with the nonprofit. Now, this was kind of one of the things that we were really worried about with going virtual, because it's always fun to go see the organization and go around and look at it. But what we found, interestingly enough, was that we would have, often site visits, they don't have enough room to accommodate you physically. So we would have a limited number of women participating. What we found by doing it virtually was that we typically had 20 women participating in this process. And a lot of them maybe are away at their summer vacation or whatever. What really happened was we were able to broaden the involvement of our membership. And we are thrilled about that because that brings such a strong dimension to our meetings and to our process. After the site visit, we do meet again and discuss, again, against our guidelines. And then each member submits an evaluation of that site visit, the strengths, the weaknesses, the questions, and we save that. And when we get ready for our final voting meeting as a committee prior to submitting our recommendations, we take all the data from those meetings and we keep it, and we collect all the comments, and of course it's anonymous, but it's a great way because every member's voice is heard, and that's what we want. Our goal whether it be with the nonprofits or the committees or our members, is always to have an even playing field, that everybody is on the same level and we are listening to their project based on all the same criteria. The final meeting, as I say, is when we pick the final 2 proposals. We've gotten to this point. It's the 10 finalists. And that's who we recommend to the board of directors to present to the membership. So it's a big, big job, but it's a lot of fun and it's extremely interesting. And you walk away totally humbled by the service that you see our neighbors providing for our neighbors in our community. So if you haven't participated, we really would love to have you participate, but I think most of all, you would really enjoy it. This year we had over 110 women members participate at some point in this process. That was phenomenal. And you don't have to participate in the whole. You can say, well, I can help with the workshop, or I can help with the roundtable. It's however it fits to your schedule. But I would encourage you to get involved because it's very meaningful. Now, when you have 110 women participating, it's pretty hard to thank everybody. So I think you all know who I want to thank because you did it. But I will give some general thank yous, and one of them was to Leanne Carvello and the Grant Process Committee and their subcommittees. They did all the behind-the-scenes work from editing and revising our applications to the 2 Valeries who saved me a million times because they are organized, they communicate well, and they can get the things. So you 2 are the key, and thanks to you all. I'd also like to thank Kathy Edge and the Finance Review Committee. You guys do a behind-the-scenes job that's absolutely invaluable, and we appreciate it so much, and we want you to know it because, well, it's the key to everything we do. And finally, I'd like to thank Nancy Francis, the Grant Review Chair, her 5 committee chairs, Carly Barnes, Debbie Vaughn, Frances Schiller, Mary Tinslers. There are only 4. Mary, we split in half and had her do 2. And most of all, I would like to thank the 76 members, active members of the Grant Review Committees. That's phenomenal. Thank you so much. It was just great. So thank you all for a very successful year. I hope that you have enjoyed and will enjoy seeing the presentations from the nonprofits. They are an incredible group of people doing incredible service to our community. So next year we hope to double our number of impact members involved in grants, so sign up now. Thank you all very much. And now I'd like to introduce Nancy Francis.
Hi, well, I'm going to start with thank yous, and my first thank you is to Marty Broderick. So, Marty, as you can tell from everything she said, was fully involved with the grant process from every aspect of it. I think she probably set a record for the most site visits in a single year. Her input and her wisdom were critical guides to everyone involved in the process, so thank you, Marty. I also want to thank all of the nonprofits who participated. The proposals that we received were all so deserving and had the potential to positively impact the community. It made it very difficult for the grant review committees to select the finalists. So we are so grateful to all of them for everything they do for the community. So So it's now my pleasure to introduce the video presentations by the 2021 grant finalists. Again, to keep everything fair and on a level playing field, we've alphabetized the committees and we've alphabetized the organizations within the categories as a way of presenting them. That's our order. And what I would ask you to do is please hold your applause until the end. And at that point, we're going to have the presenters all join us. They'll come into the room and we can acknowledge them then. So, if we're queued up and good to go? All right. So, we'll be going through it by category. The first category, I'll wait till the video catches up here with me. There we go. That's me. Hello. Don't. All right, the first category is arts and culture. The chair was Mary Tinsley. Woohoo, Mary. And arts and culture, projects that are in arts and culture cultivate, develop, and enhance the cultural, artistic, and historic climate. So our two finalists for 2021 are the Heritage Museum of Northwest Florida and Stagecrafters Community Theater. So the first presenter is Heritage Museum of Northwest Florida. Their project title is Preserving and Celebrating Regional Arts. The presenter is Barbara Palmgren.
Thank you, Impact 100. We are honored to be finalists in the arts and culture category. This is the fourth year we've come before you to ask for this new addition for our museum. I'm Barbara Palmgren, chair of the Heritage Museum of Northwest Florida. We have been for 52 years the Regional History Museum for Okaloosa and Walton counties. We house and display artifacts, and we educate the public through classes, programs, and a research library from prehistoric through 20th century. Our new project is the addition of a 1,400 square foot room with an ADA compliant bathroom, storage closet, audio-visual and Wi-Fi capability that will allow us to double our class size, offer new classes, and host traveling exhibits, as well as be a pro bono meeting place for community groups like our local Kiwanis Club. Meanwhile, back in our smaller multi-purpose room, we will be able to expand two new exciting exhibits. The Vietnam refugee camp that was housed here in the mid-1970s. We were one of 3 areas in the country to help the Vietnam refugees. And also our second exhibit, Women in the Military. This is one that is near and dear to my heart. We will interview women over the decades who have served us and our country and record their oral histories, televising them so that all of us will know what they have done for us. These women should and must be honored. You have asked all of us how we will sustain and evaluate our projects. We will sustain our project through modest class fees and pro bono support from the City of Valparaiso, who pay our electric, water, and internet. We also own the property for the addition, so there is no mortgage. We will evaluate the project through attendance and written evaluations for classes and programs. Well, why are these craft classes, these programs, so important? There are 2 groups in particular that benefit from us. One is the underprivileged, disadvantaged children, and the other group are our seniors. We all understand that the underprivileged and disadvantaged children take from these classes tools and experiences that increase math, reading, writing skills, and improve their self-concept. Senior citizens, through our classes, improve mental acuity and are strengthened emotionally because they bond with others. Let me share 2 stories. The first is William. William was an 8-year-old child that came to us through a scholarship program for our summer camps. The first day he sat there looking down. His name, William, was in front of him. I approached him. "Welcome, William," I said. He looked up. "My name's Riffy." I said, "Well, that's hard for me to pronounce. You know, often William is called Bill, Willie, Bill. Would you like to choose one of those names for this week? He looked up at me. Will. I watched a transformation that week for Will. Not only did he improve his math, reading, and writing, yes, cursive writing skills through our classes, but he changed. He went from a quiet, somewhat negative child to somebody who embraced talking with others, almost a joyful tone on the Friday of summer camp. And then there's Martha. Martha's a senior citizen confined to a wheelchair who faithfully attends our History Sandwiched In lecture series. Imagine my surprise at the beginning of one of our summer camps when Martha was there at the door with her granddaughter. She whispered to me, "Could I please come in and watch her for just a moment? She's very shy." I looked at Martha and said, "We can always use another camp counselor." Whoosh, that wheelchair went by me like lightning. And yes, you guessed it, she didn't stay for just a few moments. She stayed 5 days, not only working with her granddaughter, but all the children around her. And on that Friday, I couldn't decide whose smiles were bigger, the children's or Martha's. They liked her, and she loved them. In conclusion, no one asks to be underprivileged or disadvantaged, and no one asks to be isolated, but it happens. And we know we can make a difference, particularly for these groups. Please help us. You are not just voting today for a brick and mortar addition. You are voting for the transformation and empowerment that will occur within it. Let us be a beacon of light for all of the Northwest Florida. Thank you so much for your support, and we ask for your vote today.
So I'll ask you to hold applause till the end, and we'll get everybody then. We'll bring them into the room. So our next, the next organization in arts and culture is Stave Crafters Community Theater. Their project title is The Show Must Go On, Save Our Community Theater's Home, presented by Craig Ewing.
Good afternoon, Impact 100 members. My name is Craig Ewing, and I'm the business manager for Stagecrafters Community Theater. I've been with the organization for 35 years, and I'm thrilled to talk to you today about how your generosity can make a huge difference in our future. The show must go on. Words from one of theater's most beloved songs, "There's no business like show business," in Annie Get Your Gun. Now, Impact 100 can assure that the show does go on for Stagecrafters Community Theater, Florida's oldest all-volunteer community theater. Next year will mark Stagecrafters' 50th year of bringing quality theater to our Gulf Coast community, and we need your help to ensure we can continue for the next 50 years. Our future is threatened with the recent Fort Walton Beach City Council's directive to collect market value rents as leases are renewed on all the city's rental properties. Nearly 40 years ago, Stagecrafter members personally backed a loan, long since paid off, for the construction of our current warehouse on leased city land. We use this facility daily as a rehearsal hall, set construction area, and storage facility. However, with the new city directive, in less than 2 years when our current lease expires, the city will raise our rent from $100 a year to an unaffordable market rate of over $2,000 a month, or they will sell our land and building to the highest bidder. Stagecrafters has approached the city and negotiated an agreement to buy the land for $220,000. We are contributing $60,000 from our own coffers. The city is financing $56,000, but the Impact 100 grant is the keystone to making this work. With our land secured, Stagecrafters will have a permanent home, which will allow us to continue to provide a positive impact on our area population, business, and community identity. This impact of this grant will be far more than transformational for our organization. It will actually ensure our future existence, allowing us to continue our mission as a creative industry vital in supporting the cultural well-being of our community. The creative arts help to define us and shape reflective individuals, facilitate a greater understanding of themselves and their lives, and increase empathy with respect to others. As a community-based organization, we have a significant impact on our community and provide support to many other civic and charitable organizations by donating our time, talent, expertise, materials, and equipment. We provide a safe and needed outlet for the community to interact, learn, and practice the performing arts, allowing our volunteers to develop abilities that expand their marketable life skills. We welcome everyone from all walks of life. My full-time profession is as a PhD senior scientist for the Air Force Research Laboratory. Others are teachers, realtors, military service members, small business owners, students, and many, many more. We annually return over $100,000 back to local community businesses. Over the past 49 years, we've involved over 12,000 volunteers of all ages, ethnicities, and backgrounds, and brought the experience of live theater to over 350,000 audience members. We have also mentored and supported arts programs in the area's schools for children from grade school through high school. Will we still be here in 5 years? Absolutely. We will continue our successful production decisions that have kept us in the green for nearly 50 years, selecting shows that are appealing to a diverse public while balancing expenses and ticket prices. As one member recently told us, 30 years ago, I was cast in the Stagecrafters production of Guys and Dolls. Through that experience, I developed a new appreciation of the arts and community theater that I passed on to my children, who they in turn passed their love of the arts to their children. And to this day, we attend Stagecrafters shows as a family. And that is a great example of why Stagecrafters Community Theater is committed to continuing to bring this amazing art form to our community. An active community theater should be part of any society that hopes to grow and prosper in business as well as culture. So please, help save our home so we can continue to bring volunteer opportunities for the performing arts to Okaloosa and Walton County residents for the next 50 years. We thank Impact100 for the extraordinary opportunity you've afforded us here today. Thank you very much.
The next category is education. Projects in education further the educational process or improve access to education for children and/or adults. The two finalists are Florida One DMAT and United for a Good Cause. The first presentation in this category is Florida One DMAT. Their project title, Improved Training Facility for First Responders, by Ann Hill.
Hello, welcome to Florida One. We are the best kept secret in our counties. Now, who are we? We operate a federal DMAT team, a healthcare coalition covering 10 counties, and a crisis trust team. We host and provide critical training in our office training center in Fort Walton Beach. Our proposal is to expand, improve, and correct safety issues that we have in our training center that we use to train first responders and medical professionals in all categories. The project is critical and will correct safety issues by adding electrical floor outlets for computer use instead of running extension cords across our floors, causing tripping hazards. We're also going to replace flooring that is being held down now with ultimate duct tape. And yes, other needed improvements as well. These improvements will increase the use of the training center and can increase the attendance in our classes from 30 to over 100 people. Per code, our room will actually seat 200 for events. We currently hold trainings 3 times a month, and the improvements will allow us more trainings more often with up-to-date equipment and facility usage. Our trainings are critical teaching for every first responder, from medical personnel to EMS, paramedics, and even the police. Every day there's a new medical person that starts. They need training, and in our area, we have some big turnovers in staffing due to moves, retirements, and more. We also train our crisis trust team, who deal regularly with all types of first responders to help them de-stress from situations they deal with. Now, why do we train? I'm going to give you a couple of real-world examples of why we train to be prepared. First of all, I want to tell a story about our local hospital in Walton County that experienced an ultimately untimely event. There was a family of 5 that came to our area to visit. The family of 5 was here for 2 weeks. They came to the hospital because they were not feeling well. They were all diagnosed with COVID. They were unvaccinated, and yet they were sent back to their condo with medication. After they went back to the condo with medication for about a week, they ended up going back to the ER, and all 5 were admitted. Now the part that gives me chills to this day. All 5 of those family members died on the same day from COVID. They were visiting our area, and our first responders and medical people took care of them. Other events that we train people for, we had 13 drownings in Destin in 1 week that the paramedics and fire and police and hospital and everybody else had to deal with. Another bad call, we help our fire departments, our police. We get 911 calls for children abused. This has happened local in Okaloosa County several years ago. They went to the house and found a 2-year-old sitting in hot, boiling water in a bathtub, and their skin was falling off. Try being a first responder and dealing with that. You need training to be able to deal with it. Other impacts in our area, we responded to NAS Pensacola shooting and Hurricane Michael. We train people to react and be able to be prepared for every disaster you can. And more currently, COVID. We have trained and fit tested for the medical professionals to wear their mask correctly, over 1,000 people in just Okaloosa and Walton County during the last year and a half. We've learned from nurses holding the hands of COVID patients from 9 months to our elderly that have died. But the hard one is when you have a nurse who's been a nurse for 9 years says they're holding the hands of a 20-year-old and now they're gone. We are responding to hospitals 3 days a week currently to help their workers de-stress from all the past surges and be prepared for the next medical surge. All our training comes from our facility. We offer training not only for medical, but for emergency response, decontamination, evacuations, and more. Not just hospitals or EMTs, but nursing homes, hospice, and every type of facility you can think about. Our training is also used by other nonprofits for meetings and trainings, such as animal safety. It's also used by one of our team members who gathers, packs, and ships expired medical equipment, and we send it off to third world countries like Haiti and Cuba. Why vote for us? Our training center is a valuable hub in Okaloosa and Walton County and can be used for every type of training you can think of and by many different agencies. We bring instructors into our area from many states who bring the quality of training we need. We hope you will support our grant proposal to be able to keep these impactful trainings coming often and keep our first responders ready to take care of you, the citizens of our counties. The strongest tool in being prepared is training. We train hundreds every year. Let's keep it going strong. Please vote for Florida 1.
The next nonprofit is United for a Good Cause. Their project title is Hope Squad Project Expansion, Okaloosa and Walton County Schools, presented by Peggy Brockman.
Hi, I'm Peggy Brockman, Executive Director of United for a Good Cause and the Hope Squad Suicide Prevention Program. Let me take a minute to share some sobering facts with you. 36 children aged 10 to 24 died by suicide in 2015 through 19, not statewide in the 2 counties your Impact 100 dollars cover. 36. That's over 7 suicides per year in Okaloosa and Walton counties only. In 2020, our mobile response team had 250 call-outs in July alone. 73% of those were children ages 6 to 17. Suicide is the second leading cause of death among youth. Our numbers per 100,000 are almost double the state average and don't account for the hundreds of threats, ideations, attempts, and hospitalizations for self-harm. Y'all, our kids are struggling. They are dying at an alarming rate, and together we can stop it. At least 75% of kids will tell a peer before they harm themselves, but they will not go to an adult. It's why Hope Squad is a peer-to-peer suicide prevention program. I recently had a booth at the home show and had my shirt and name tag on. I went to buy an item from another vendor, and she looked at me and she said, "Please, no, this is my gift to you. Your program saved my daughter's life." She was having ideations, and she told her therapist that what she had learned from Hope Squad, and she now realizes that suicide is a permanent solution to a temporary problem. That child is 12 years old. The mom said, "I can't thank you enough for what your group is doing." Needless to say, it brought tears to my eyes. By awarding a grant to United for a Good Cause, every single school in Okaloosa and Walton County school districts will have a Hope Squad. Every single school, a program that will change lives for years to come, that could be the difference between life or death for someone you know or love, someone your child knows and loves. It's a program where members are nominated by their peers, so we have at least one student from every group in the school, a diverse group of 30 to 40 per school who come together to be the face of unity in the school, peers supporting peers. We know this evidence-based program works, and we know it's making a difference. In Okaloosa County, we stood up 15 secondary schools over the past year. We've seen a significant increase in reporting. 2 middle school Hope Squad members reported a friend with anorexia after their very first meeting, a secret they had kept for that friend. Hope Squad is about early intervention and students getting the help they need before their struggles end in an attempt or completed suicide. It's been the most positive program the schools have initiated. Students, parents, and staff sing its praises. The results have been so powerful, the superintendent has mandated that every school will have a Hope Squad by the end of 2022. Your Impact 100 grant will cover the one-time Hope Squad curriculum investment for every school, plus the fees to certify every advisor. This is for both counties. Once paid, the schools won't have to pay those fees ever again. Your Impact 100 donation will live on into perpetuity, continuing sustainability to affect the lives of every elementary, middle, and high school student and families in both school districts. Your contributions will impact over 51,000 students for a lifetime. Over time, we will begin to change the culture to one of kindness and acceptance of all students, lowering bullying and suicide rates. Now in over 1,000 schools nationally, Hope Squad has proven its success for over 16 years. Now just imagine with me for a moment knowing you were part of saving a child's life. What is the value of that child's life? You don't have to imagine anymore. With your vote for Hope Squad, you will be saving lives and you will be saving families from a lifetime of grief. Thank you for your time today.
The third category is environment, recreation, and preservation. Projects there restore, preserve, revitalize, or enhance facilities, surroundings, and/or recreational opportunities. The 2 finalists are Coastal Conservation Association of Florida and Panhandle Animal Welfare Society, or PAWS. The first presenter is from Coastal Conservation Association of Florida. The project title is the Redfish Restocking Project, and it's Amanda Carpin.
I'm Amanda Kirpin, a regional director with Coastal Conservation Association Florida, or CCA Florida. We're a statewide nonprofit dedicated to protecting and preserving Florida's marine environment. We typically hold fundraiser banquets, kids fishing clinics, ladies fishing clinics, build artificial reefs, put on coastal cleanups, and more, right here in the Emerald Coast community. Our proposed project is to release 50,000 juvenile redfish into Choctawhatchee Bay. It would be an incredible feat, but I'm going to explain why it's important and how we will do it. Have you ordered redfish from a seafood restaurant lately? Probably not, and if you have, that fish either came from Texas or Louisiana. redfish populations in the Panhandle have declined since 2010 due to overfishing and habitat degradation. And Florida has banned the commercial harvest of redfish in our waters because there's just not enough. Stock enhancement is a must in this area, or we could continue to see a decline. Redfish play a major ecological role in the marine ecosystem as both dominant predator and important prey. The thing is, anyone can fish, so this project helps everyone, from young and old, women and men, across races and socioeconomic groups. Anyone can fish for their dinner. Local businesses rely on healthy fish populations. Think about the numerous tackle shops, sporting goods stores, boat rentals, charter boat captains, and more in this area. So aside from the positive environmental impact, this project also has the potential to stimulate the local economy for years to come. So how will we do this? We will work with Duke Energy Mariculture Center out of Crystal River, Florida, where they have an incredible hatchery to rear these fish. The team at the Mariculture Center has 31 years of experience, never failed a health inspection, and has released 4 million fish and other crustaceans into the Gulf of Mexico. This is no easy endeavor. The hatchery only has the funding to operate at a local level in Crystal River, so the funds from this grant would go directly to new tanks specifically for the Panhandle fish, a trailer to transport the fish, holding tanks, rigging components, oxygen tanks, seines, feed, nets, tagging of the fish, and transportation to the Panhandle. As you can imagine, raising 50,000 fish requires a great deal of science. Many factors are considered, including the time of year, how you raise the fish, what they are fed. These fish will be given the best possible conditions to survive and thrive. Better yet, the survival rate of these fish should be excellent because the Choctawhatchee Basin Alliance won this grant award in 2019 to build hundreds of feet of artificial reef, oyster reefs, which is a natural habitat for these redfish. So the two projects go hand in hand. We will also tag a percentage of the fish to help track the success of the releases. It is a small coated wire tag, smaller than a grain of rice, and it won't hurt the fish. In terms of longevity, a female redfish can reach reproductive age from 5 to 7 years old and can release 2 million eggs per year and live up to 40 years. This means these fish have the potential to release billions of eggs in their lifetime. This makes an exponential and self-sustaining impact once these fish are released, which we hope to do next fall to early winter to coincide with the beginning of the K-12 school year. We plan to incorporate local schools and organizations not only in the releases, but to provide them with information so they're able to include it in their curriculum. This would be the first ever concerted effort to help restore redfish populations in the Panhandle. Our project is self-sustaining after 2 years and offers positive environmental and economic impact. Choctawhatchee Bay is the heart of this community, and we aim to make it a thriving environment. We can't do it without you. Thank you for your time and consideration of our redfish restocking project.
The next presentation will be for the Panhandle Animal Welfare Society, or PAWS. Their project title is New Clinic Medical Equipment.
Hello, Impact
by
100
Tracy
members. I'm Tracy Williams, the Executive Director of Panhandle Animal Welfare Society, also known as PAWS. I've managed nonprofits and grants for over 25 years now, including your successful awards to both the Arc of the Emerald Coast and Fresh Start. Today I'm here asking for your support of another increasingly valuable and vulnerable population. Literally hundreds of thousands of unwanted, unhealthy, and neglected or abused kittens, cats, puppies, and dogs throughout Okaloosa and Walton counties. To do this, we must replace the dinosaur-like medical equipment in our shelter's clinic. PAWS has been saving animals for over 60 years as both a Humane Society and animal control services. We serve a population of over 150,000 animals, with 53,000 dogs, 65,000 cats, and an additional 30,000 feral cats in Okaloosa County alone. We house, feed, and treat about 7,000 of those animals in our shelter and in our clinic annually. To assist with the escalating population of unwanted pets and feral cats, we opened an animal clinic in 1995. Since then, we performed over 50,000 spay and neuter surgeries, as well as other basic care and vaccinations. All this was done at a fraction of the cost for the abandoned animals at our shelter, as well as for community families who would otherwise be unable to afford a vet service. Our clinic was the only low-cost clinic in the two-county area, but has been closed since January due to old and broken clinical machinery. With veterinarians in high demand across the country, we now find ourselves without a veterinarian and no prospects until we replace our defunct equipment. We're spiraling into a real public health problem as we and other nonprofits and citizens who depend on us now have to transport our animals more than 2 hours each way in the heat to Dothan, Alabama or Panama City for surgeries. Not only is this extremely stressful for the animals, it's draining our limited resources and allows for very limited appointment opportunities since we have to compete with local demand from their own community. So what is the problem? Since we've closed, there is literally no low-cost vet clinic in Okaloosa or Walton counties. A few of the consequences of that closure include that we have a growing community cat problem. Did you know that one unaltered cat will produce 12,000 kittens in just 5 years? The second is that we have delayed treatment for injured animals. Just last week, we had a puppy who came in limping. After performing the basic medical intakes, we took care of him while we waited for an appointment to open at a local vet, only to find that he actually had a bullet lodged inside his hind leg. If we had our own diagnostic equipment, our clinic staff could have x-rayed him immediately, expediting both his treatment and surgery and recovery for this precious puppy. The third problem is reduced adoptions. The state statutes and the county ordinances require that paws alter the animals before we place them in homes. Nearly 7,000 annual adoptions are done at paws annually, and they're now backed up, with about 300 animals in our foster care system awaiting surgery so they can be adopted. And finally, we're using outside vets who are currently in high demand and very expensive, reducing how many animals we can serve. 2 years ago, we performed 5,000 spay and neuter surgeries annually, and we had a slower paced vet with extinct equipment. And we were still able to profit $200,000 in our now closed clinic. This year, we've had to outsource surgeries, and we're only able to conduct 200 surgeries and performed at a net loss in the thousands. So what is the solution? Your impact would be, with our new equipment, our vet would be able to perform at least 6 times our previous rate. This means that 5,000 annual animal surgeries would turn into 30,000, and it would also turn your $100,000 investment into more than $1 million in revenue. This makes our project very impactful, highly transformational, and hugely sustainable, allowing the clinic to raise money for itself while serving both the shelter, animals, as well as the public demand. As a bonus, in closing, we recently had 15 acres of land donated, which was cleared and waiting to build a new clinic before COVID hit. We also had a donation earmarked to construct the clinic. So what's missing? You guessed it, the clinic equipment. Your gift will be used immediately to reopen our current clinic and used as an investment to generate income for our future clinic. I represent the animals who can't speak for themselves, but if they could be here, they would tell you thank you. And woof, meow.
The next category, chaired by Debbie Vaughn, it was family. Projects here strengthen and enhance the lives of children and families. They're Fresh Start for Children and Families and the Salvation Army of Fort Walton Beach. The first presenter is for Fresh Start for Children and Families. The project title, Sell More Equals Help More. Fresh Start takes aim at more capacity, with Donna Tachich will be presenting that one.
Hello, ladies. My name is Donna Tashik, and I'm the Executive Director for Fresh Start for Children and Families. Fresh Start has been doing what no one else has since 1987. We are not a low-barrier shelter. We have very strict rules for entry, such as must have children, must have a job, must be drug and alcohol-free, have no violent charges in their background. We have no visitors and a 10 p.m. curfew unless you have permission. These rules prevent us from getting most government funding programs for homelessness. homelessness, but they build a foundation that the individual is ready for a once-in-a-lifetime fresh start, which we all know is rare in this world. We are not putting a Band-Aid on homelessness. We work to get families back on their feet, educated on the problems that brought them here, prepared to move forward with their family, self-sufficient. They must attend weekly life skills classes on things like budgeting, self-worth, and parenting, plus weekly one-on-one visits to go over goals, creating accountability. We do not always win, but more often we do win. And think about that. When we do, their children, the next generation, are witnessing life free of chaos, free of running in the middle of the night. Parents have their self-esteem back, and perhaps the cycle will indeed end with them. We recently graduated a beautiful young lady to our affordable program. She had been beaten by her husband for 2 years, and she came to us with her 1- and 3-year-old in tow. She suffered from high anxiety and depression and no self-esteem whatsoever, and she was working as a clerk for $13 per hour. We set her up with intensive counseling, worked with her on a divorce, and sent her to one of our partner employers. In their loving work environment and with counseling, she is now working for $20 per hour. We'll have a fully paid, complete benefit package in a couple more months and stands before us a healing family. To do this takes funding. Our lovely campus has a total of 21 apartments, offices, and our Family Impact Center. Thank you, ladies. Right behind us is our Repeat Street thrift store. This store provides the furnishings and implements in our transitional program apartments, but also supplies over 50% of our funding. We have 2 paid employees and a secret weapon. We have a group of 10 volunteers that have been with us an average of 5 years, with a pride in our store that is unbelievable. During the shutdown, they were calling us begging to come back. While other employers are having a hard time getting people to work, we have a full house that cost us nothing but thank yous and hugs. If you've not been to our store, I would encourage you to stop by. We also have a large base of dedicated donors, individuals, companies, and condos that always call us. But herein lies our problem. We have been chugging along in our 2003 small-size pickup with an even older trailer for years. The truck breaks down often. We have spent $4,000 in the last year for repairs, not to mention the loss of income from missed weeks of pickups. An average day of donation produces $500 in sellable merchandise per load, with 2 to 3 loads per day, 5 days per week. In just 1 week, 5 days without donation, that's a loss of $5,000 to Fresh Start. So it's not an exaggeration to say this truck is our lifeblood and it's dying. We're asking for a box truck with a lift, a simple request, but for us, it is a game changer. We will be able to increase our pickups, better utilize our time, and look more professional in the community in our Impact 100 donation mobile. This truck will be seen daily in Crestview, Destin, Fort Walton, and Navarre, promoting both Repeat Street and Impact 100. This truck will provide furnishings and clothing to homeless families, educate them, provide tutors to children who are behind because they've been sleeping in their car. It will increase our capacity, not only how many we serve, but the amount and quality of services we can include to our clients by an estimated 20%. We are poised and ready to sustain this project because we already do. Insurance, gas, maintenance, we already pay it. It will in fact save us money without repair bills and tow trucks. Our board identified this as our most pressing problem this year, and so we turn to you, ladies. The last truck served us for almost 20 years, but it will be the Impact's truck's turn now. Be part of our next win, lady. Be a hand up. Help us help families to be whole again. Thank you.
The next organization is the Salvation Army of Fort Walton Beach. Their project is Community Outreach Canteen Truck, presented by Lieutenant Abby Milner.
Hello, my name is Lieutenant Abby Milner. My husband and I are the pastors and administrators of the Salvation Army, serving all of Okaloosa and Walton counties. Today, I would like to present to you an opportunity to help the Salvation Army continue to do the most good for our community. The Salvation Army helps people in many ways, offering a variety of services. However, there is one area I would like to present to you today, and that is the Salvation Army's Emergency Disaster Services. The Salvation Army began offering assistance to disaster survivors after a major hurricane hit Galveston, Texas in September of 1900. At the request of the Salvation Army's national commander, Salvation Army officers like myself were sent from across the country to respond by feeding and sheltering the thousands of survivors, while also providing much-needed emotional and spiritual support. Since then, the Salvation Army has responded to numerous situations where we have been able to bring hope and healing to people who find themselves in the midst of extremely difficult circumstances. Locally, we are on call 24/7 to serve the community, and our local emergency disaster vehicle, or what we call a canteen, is always stocked and ready to go should we receive the call from our friends at the Emergency Operations Center. In the last couple of years, our local unit has responded to Hurricane Michael, the wildfires in 2020, the residential fire that totaled 5 homes in South Walton County, and most recently went to Louisiana to serve those that had lost everything to Hurricane Ida. During the Salvation Army's response to Hurricane Michael, we served 691,521 meals and just over 220,000 drinks to those who had nothing. Now, that wasn't all from our unit. When a major disaster hits, like Hurricane Michael, you get to see the Army behind the Army. Emergency disaster vehicles and teams will be called upon to help the local unit, and as they say, hope is on the way. We are the only organization that will have mobile feeding kitchens on the ground within 24 hours of the disaster, and we are also one of only a few organizations that can say 100% of your monetary donation will go to funding that disaster. Our disaster vehicle doesn't just sit waiting for a hurricane to come. We use it as much as we can. Weekly, we serve an average of 75 hot meals on a Saturday night to the homeless downtown. We have also served at COVID testing and vaccination sites, providing hundreds of drinks and snacks to workers. This year, we took our canteen into the lower income neighborhoods during spring break. We led a campaign called No Kid Hungry Week. We served just over 100 lunches, snacks, and beverages daily to children that would normally receive a free meal from school, but because there was no school, there would be no food. A mother of 4 told us, "Thank God for the Salvation Army. If you had not come this week, my kids would have gone without." She was not alone in her appreciation, as we had the same thanks in each community we visited. With our new canteen, we look forward to serving more people in need. Throughout this COVID season, we have been pushed out from within the 4 walls and have utilized our current vehicle as much as it will allow. For example, our Stuff the Bus campaign, where we collected school supplies for children, cooking for our Fall Festival Trunk or Treat, and providing a mobile vacation Bible school to communities of children that otherwise wouldn't have come to us. It's been a great way of getting to know the community, their needs, and also provide hot meals for them. The disaster response vehicle that we currently have is 30 years old. It has served our community and other communities extremely well and has had a life-saving impact on hundreds of thousands of lives. But it is time for us to get a new one that will be more reliable and will allow us to accomplish more. With this vehicle being well used, we are running into mechanical issues where we are afraid of the engine going out as we are using it to serve. Many times, our generator has failed on us, and also we have had to jumpstart the canteen just so we can go out. The cost of a new vehicle is $180,000. If we are to be awarded money from Impact100, the Salvation Army's headquarters will fund the remaining balance. Not only will you be able to have the Impact100 logo next to the iconic red Salvation Army shield, but you will also know that your vote for this project will have a tremendous impact on thousands of lives for many more years to come. We thank you for the impact that you have on our community as we do the most good together. God bless.
The final area is health and wellness. This was chaired by Francis Childry, and the two finalists here are Port Washington Medical Clinic, or PWMC, and Sharing and Caring of Okaloosa County. The first presenter will be from Point Washington Medical Clinic, and that will be, their project title is Building a Healthier Community, and it's Hillary Glenn will be the presenter.
Hello, my name is Dr. Hillary Glenn. I am a nurse practitioner, co-founder, and executive director of the Point Washington Medical Clinic. Our project, Building a Healthier Community, will create the Impact Education Lobby, which will be the heart of the clinic. Our clinic, at our clinic, one of our guiding principles is patient-centered care. Our mission is to build a healthier and stronger community by providing patient-centered health care at no charge to our patients, keeping children in school, people at work, and easing the burden on local emergency rooms. 4.5 years ago, I asked a group of women, much like yourselves, for their support in helping set up a free or pay what you can medical clinic. So many members of this amazing place we call home do not have access to affordable health care. Think of your favorite restaurant server or all the housekeepers, pool and lawn service workers, or small business owners in our community, many with no access to affordable health care. So imagine you just received a devastating diagnosis from your healthcare provider. What is the first thing you would do? You would go home and start Googling it, maybe buy books to start educating yourself about your diagnosis and treatment options. Now imagine Now imagine getting that same devastating diagnosis, but you don't have access to a computer or Wi-Fi, or you can't read. Imagine the fear associated with not understanding and not knowing what to do or where to turn. Unfortunately, this is the case for many of our patients. While our providers educate our patients on healthy living and disease prevention during appointments, our space and time are limited for more in-depth and lifestyle-changing education because we are a pop-up clinic. This means that in the shared space provided by the Point Washington United Methodist Church, each clinic day we have to literally set up and break down the entire medical facility where we are seeing on average 45 patients a day, 2 days a week. For the past 2 years, we have been working to raise the funds to build a permanent location where we can serve more of our community, expanding services and hours. Happily, we will be able to start the new building soon, where we will have the capability to see 200 to 300 patients in a 5-day week. In treating over 7,000 patients at the clinic, it has become very apparent that education and access to education about healthy living is missing. Education leads to prevention. Prevention leads to better health, and health is key to a productive life. If we can have a space where people can learn about heart disease, diabetes, mental health, and nutrition, then they in turn can help themselves lead a healthier, more productive life. So how does your vote help? Your vote and your impact grant will build the Impact Education Lobby. The lobby will be the heart of the entire clinic. There will be a bilingual children's area filled with books and interactive toys and games where kids of all ages can learn about nutrition, exercise, and mental health. There will be a teaching kitchen where a nutritionist will develop healthy food programs and teach classes such as healthy eating on a budget or eating away type 2 diabetes. A permanent library complete with computers, materials for patients to learn about a recent diagnosis, and how-to advice will be part of the Impact Lobby. We will host lecture series designed to teach patients on these topics, as well as how to become their own health advocates. Everyone will have access to the tools they need to learn how to prevent illness and to grow into their optimal wellness. This project will be transformational, not only to the 10,000 patients we will be able to serve per year, but will ripple through our entire community as patients who learn will share their knowledge with their family and friends for generations to come. We need your vote to make this accessible to all persons in Okaloosa and Walton County. Together, we can build a healthier and stronger community. Education is one of the most powerful tools we can use to change the world. Let's change the world together. Thank you.
And finally, we have Sharing and Caring of Okaloosa County, their project title, Building Expansion, presented by Ken Winsler.
Hi, I'm Ken Winsler, President of Sharing and Caring. I want to thank Impact100 for the opportunity here. Our Sharing and Caring request is a 30-foot expansion of our rectangular building. Let me tell you a little bit about Fort Walton Beach's Sharing and Caring. We're located at 126 Beale Parkway, and we are an emergency food bank. This year, we provided clients with 5,790 groceries, 827 lunch bags, 478 prescription vouchers, and 5,569 personal care items or toiletries. Sharing and Caring is an all-volunteer organization. All volunteer. I have no paid staff. We have the lowest administrative cost in the area at 9%. We stayed open throughout COVID-19 safely, Monday through Friday. Now here's why we're requesting the grant. We are operating from the same 1,485 square feet floor plan since 1990. Our small food pantry is only 409 square feet. Some houses have a larger pantry than we do. You can't hold large deliveries from food drives or other activities. We need a larger and additional interviewer room for our prescription voucher clients. We need to counsel, we need to vet them, and we need to expand this program, and we are. We're providing this up to all Okaloosa County for $200 per visit. Our reception room is limited, and we need to improve the accessibility for our clients, especially our handicapped clients. We want to be more transformational by the new partnerships with Fresh Start and Shelter House. These two initiatives will enable us to reach out to new families who are getting back on their feet and becoming more independent. In January, after saving for 30 plus years, we finally have purchased our present facility. But our next step is to expand that facility by 960 square feet with this grant. Now here's what your grant's going to do for us. It'll more than double our storage for food and refrigerators, and it will allow our purchase so we can purchase more food with new food suppliers such as City Produce and Feeding the Gulf Coast. It will enlarge our reception room by 75%, and it will provide that additional interviewer room for our prescription program. I want to tell you about a couple that I met when I first started about 9 years ago when I volunteered and counseled at Sharing and Caring. I said, who's that couple down at the end of the hall? They said, well, they bring in food every week. I said, you're kidding. I said, I've got to meet them. And so I went down and I said, why are you doing this? And they said, 2 years ago, you helped us. You helped us in a very tough crisis, and we want to give back. They have provided us contributions every week until about 2 years ago when the wife died, and her husband is still sending a monthly check. Now, this is the type of client why we can keep our doors open for 36 years and why our volunteers are motivated. Ladies, we have got a track record of 36 years, low operating cost. I've got a tiger team to make sure this construction plan will get through. I have additional funds of $20,000 that has been pledged beyond this grant of $104,500 in case we have extra cost. And I've got a complete contract proposal that can be easily completed in 2 years. We are confident that we can double our services and partner with the other worthwhile agencies to help the needy. I want you to picture this. Right now, as you walk into our new expanded lobby, our thousands of new clients are going to say, this facility was made possible by the ladies from Impact100. But we need your help. Thank you.
All right, well, I know you've all been chomping at the bit to acknowledge our survive. And so come on in, bring them on in. Come on in, everybody. There we go. thank you all for everything you do for our community. All right. You'll see it again later. And now, I'll give you a chance to do that. Now is your last chance to vote. So here's what you're going to do. To access your single-use, if you haven't already, if you have already, you're good. So to access your single-use ballot, use your phone, or if you bought a tablet, that works too. Find the email that was sent from Impact100 Northwest Florida, and there's a link there to your ballot. And it says survey, by the way, but that's your ballot. Or you can sign into our website. Then you'll vote for 4 projects. So remember, you're not going to vote in one category. If you vote for 5, it will void your ballot. So be very careful, vote for 4. If you're having any technical difficulties, we'll be in the back corner where those balloons are. Cindy and I will be there, and we will help you if you're having any technical difficulties. Voting closes in 20 minutes. We'll close it in 20 minutes. I'll give you a little more time here. After you voted, please check out the door prizes and the silent auction table. Thanks so much. Oh, excuse me, Teresa Allen is coming up, so let me get Teresa here. Sorry, Teresa.
Ladies, we just want to remind you to go ahead and try and put your tickets in for the door prizes. We only have a little while left for that in our silent auction items. And also the bartender is waiting for all of you. So, but you can still only vote once even if you go to see the bartender. So, but we will be drawing out some door prizes in just a little bit, so don't stray too far. Ladies, we also have 2 beautiful cakes with our 10-year logo on it and our Impact100 logo. I believe one is a white cake and one is a chocolate cake. So please feel free. These lovely ladies are going to serve you a piece while you're voting and bidding and so forth. the tickets in. We'll be closing in just a little while, so please pay attention to that. But we have some special door prizes now that you didn't even know about. Well, maybe you did. And if you pre-registered, will you turn to your neighbor and tell them, I am an awesome person. I pre-registered. We had 72 women who pre-registered. Woohoo! Not including board members. We exempted ourselves from this drawing. So, we have 3 really great door prizes for people who pre-registered, and Vicki, our member engagement chair, is going to help me draw out. But may I ask, is Ellen Tabor here? Ellen, could you stand up? She made this absolutely gorgeous floral arrangement for us. And one of you lucky ladies is going to be able to take the insert. Let me be clear, the insert, because the outskirt is going back to the church where Ellen does the flowers. But there's a lovely insert piece, and one of you gets to take this home. I think that is pretty awesome and a good reason to register, right? Let me tell you why it's so important that you pre-register for our events. We have wonderful community partners, especially at our socials and our recruiting events, who donate food and donate their facility. And then, of course, there's also the sanity of your membership events team, that we would love to know how many people are actually coming. So please think about pre-registering. So the first one I'm going to draw for is this gorgeous centerpiece. Well, we have a member who is you can't make this stuff up. We have a member who is new in 2021, Linda Silkwood. Where is Linda? Is Linda here? Now, I can tell you what they do at the Fort Walton Chamber. They're very unchristian and say, draw again. Yeah, because you got to be here to take this home. Does anyone know Linda? Well, she might have registered for that one. Okay, you have to be present to win. She might be in the bathroom. Is she sitting with you? Oh, you met her on the way in. Okay, we will hold this for a second and I'll draw for the other things and see if Linda comes back in. Someone let me know if she comes back in. Ladies, the next pre-registration gift that we have is an adorable, cute little crystal paperweight with sand in it. You turn it around and all kinds of shells. And this is from Sea and Sand Jewelry, where we are going to be having our December 7th social. If you don't know where it is right next to Saks Fifth in the outlet mall, and there'll be some wine, and we'll be talking about this again later, but that's where this adorable thing is from, and they also had something in the auction. All right, Vicki.
Oh, good.
All right. A 9-year member and an evergreen member. And I know this lady because she's on our hard-working team of events folks. Catherine Herndon, where are you? Yeah, come on down. While we're on our hard-working annual meeting team, could everyone who worked on this meeting please stand up, and can you all give them a huge round of applause? Wave if you're already standing. Some of them are over there. Thank you. And then our final, can you ladies step back just a little bit? There's a beautiful floral arrangement that Ellen also made on our cake table. And that is what our third prize is. And they're going to take that whole thing home, correct, Ellen? Okay. Well, I also know this lady, and she happens to be standing right up in front, a new member, Evergreen, Georgia Henderson. So she's right there. Okay, did we find out where Linda Silkwood is? Are her things still here?
Is anybody sitting next
promise to her that you know that she was here and didn't go home? Yes. She is definitely here. Here, maybe in the ladies' room. Elvis has not left the building. Okay, you know what? We'll wait until after one other little thing that I'm going to be doing with a bunch of volunteers. Do we have all 12 of our volunteers over to the side over here? I'm going to talk about a couple more things, though. Ladies, did you notice these amazing centerpieces on your tables? They were donated. Can we give a round of applause for our past grant recipients? And this is another surprise. One of you at each table, and even if there's not a grant centerpiece on your table, there should be a mum's plant on there. One of you at your table will take home that special centerpiece. And how you're going to find out who this is you're going to look on the bottom of your chair, and there's a sticker on one chair at your table. You can fight over the empty chairs. What does a sticker look like? Where's Debbie? It's a blue dot or a yellow dot. It's a dot. It's a circle. I think they're all different colored dots. It should be a dot on the very center of the chair, I think. Cindy Hyatt. Cindy Hyatt.
I was just about to give it to someone. I was going to make an executive decision.
Okay. Now, ladies, did everyone find your winner, I hope? Before you take that centerpiece, and I'm actually going to give you a chance to do this right now, I want someone at your table to take a picture of the person who won it with the thing in their hand, and and send that picture to the email events@impactnwf.org. Okay, so someone with a smartphone that can send an email. Okay, ladies, whoever won the centerpiece, put it in front of them, take a picture, and send that picture to events@impactnwf.org. Thank you. Events, with an S on the end, events@impactnwf.org. And of course, if you would like to join the events committee, that would be an awesome email to send. Tell us you'd like to join it. Now, folks, at the CBA table, I think there's 2 people that are coming to offer you money for that, but I'm just warning you. All right. Okay. Valerie, I think we're going to talk about our upcoming events now, and I hope if you have your smartphone still out, you will put this in your calendar. We have a sip and shop from 12 until 5 p.m. at J. McLaughlin and Grand Boulevard on Tuesday, November 16th from 11 to 5, and they are going to donate 15% of all proceeds from that day to Impact100. Can we give a round of applause to them? That's awesome. And then, while you have that calendar out, we have our member social, Sip and Shop, from 6 to 7:30 on Tuesday, December 7th at Sea and Sand Jewelry. They have an amazing Christmas, when I say Christmas, if you are looking for an economical but it looks fantastic gift for someone, please come to this. Their assortment assortment is absolutely astounding. You probably saw the little turtles that were in the earrings and necklace. Very economical. They have stuff all the way from, $10 up to a couple $1,000 Larimar and silver pieces. So I think you'll really enjoy shopping there. And they are going to donate 10% from what is sold to us that evening, 6 to 7:30. And there'll be plenty of parking out there at the outlet mall, right? It's back, tucked in the corner back there to the right as you're facing it of the Saks off Fifth, I should say. That is Tuesday, December 7th from 6 to 7:30. And of course, we will send out an email when it gets a little bit closer to that. Names you'll recognize like Julie Voss Jewelry, Mariana, Mar-a-Lago, Larimar, and such you'll find there. Okay, and I wanted to highlight for you just real quickly a couple types of membership that you may have heard about if you're a new member and might not fully understand it. Could everyone in here who is an Evergreen member please raise your hand? How awesome! You are wonderful, ladies. Our Evergreen members have committed to join year after year because, as you know, we start from scratch every single year. And so they are very valuable to us. And you can sign up to be an Evergreen member at any time. Another special membership category that we started just a few years ago is our Next Gen program. Carly Harmer has been leading our Next Gen ladies. And this is a special program for ladies under 40 who are interested in philanthropy, and they can apply for a scholarship and have part of their membership the first several years subsidized by the organization, and then they become a full member the third year. If we have any Next Gen members in the room, could you stand up and we can acknowledge you or wave your hand? Oh, they're all up here. And Joyce told you earlier about our ambassador program, and Vicky's been doing such a great job leading that, so we really appreciate those ambassadors, and we'll always need more of those. So, you notice these lovely ladies that are lined up over here. We think that a lot of impact in building our membership is being able to tell other people about what is impact. And it's a lot about the numbers, isn't it? And so these ladies each have a number, and they are going to come up on stage. If you can come closer to the stairs, ladies. And we're going to go through those numbers, and this will be just a fun, quick thing where they will come up like Vanna White and hold their number, and then proceed off stage. And we'll hold our applause for all these wonderful, lovely ladies till the end. So, of course, the first one is that we have 100 women. 100 women. That's the model of Impact 100 who each donate $1,000, and we get a $100,000 grant. We have 5 grant categories. Now, I want to know how many of you, like me, even though I'm on the board, every time I try and tell someone all 5, I can remember 4. Okay, thank you, Pam, thank you. All right, so those categories, hold on one second, are arts and culture, health and wellness, education, family and environment, recreation and preservation. And we have 19 hard-working volunteer board members, and because we have those people, we give 100% of all of your $1,000 donations. All right, Kay is waiting patiently. Impact Northwest Florida started in 2012, so this is year number 10. Can we give a big round of applause for that? And as Joyce told you earlier, she told you global. Our local chapter, as of today, has donated $3.6 million since our inception in 2012. And all of our funds go to nonprofits in our 2 counties, Walton and Okaloosa counties. And Impact 100 Global, little drum roll on your tables, come on down, has donated as of this year over $105 million across the country. And we even have chapters, I don't know if many of you know this, even in other countries, so that's really awesome. Ladies, this number might be the most important. Our goal for 2022 is 500 members, because reaching 500 is the only way that we can award a grant in each of the 5 categories. And this might be the most important number of all. Come on down, Denise. 1. It just takes each one of you to ask one more woman. And you know what would happen if that just happened in this room of who our members and all those watching online? We would have 8 grants next year. Wouldn't that be awesome? Can you give a round of applause to all our lovely ladies here? Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, ladies, last chance to get over there and bid some more or throw some more tickets in. And we will be closing and, oh, hold on 1 second. Okay, I think that's later, yes or no? Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, okay, yes, excuse me. Let me just tell you, we have an amazing, can I tell them what it is? Maybe they'll come and sign up right away. Yes, I think I should tell you what it is. If you have renewed your membership by like 10 seconds from now, which I know you could do, you will be put in a drawing with the other people who have renewed by today for a $200, my calculations would say that's like a 20% return on your money, a $200 gift card to cigars. So hustle on over there. Vicki can take your renewal. Look at Amanda ran right over to Kathy. Okay, and we'll be doing that next few minutes, and then we'll be back with, of course, what you've all been waiting for, our nonprofit recipients. May I also acknowledge my hardworking co-chair of events, Barbara Britt, who's over behind that table. Would y'all please give her a round of applause? All right, ladies. Bar is still open out there.
I know. Melanie Adams. Okay, Melanie, you just won this beautiful basket. So we're going to put your name in front of it. Okay, and we're going to move right on to this beautiful science, Fun with Science basket. And it goes to Lee Curtis. Woo! Right on. Lee Curtis. So, now, dawn to dusk with this beautiful little handmade picture here. Girl, Melanie Adams, you rock with this name tag you put on here. I'm going to start supplying my own dadgum name tags to my stuff. I have been missing out. So you won that, girl. So this beautiful picture here is going to our next prize winner. And it is, oh, this is a number. Everybody look. The last 4 digits are 9548. 9548. Everybody look. And then you all sit there going, why are they calling out names? Well, there you go. 9548. There we go. That's awesome. It's this picture. It's that picture. Carol is giving it away right now. Here we go.
Check my numbers, Carol.
There you go. Lovely. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Fabulous. You're so welcome. It's beautiful. Now we have this fabulous little bag from Beauchamps. It includes 2 t-shirts, shot glasses, and a $50 gift card. I'm going to take the shot glasses. I don't care what you do with the rest of it. But it is, let me see who it belongs to. Karen Filligan. You know it, girl. I told you I'd get those shot glasses. That's awesome. Thank you, lovely lady. That's fabulous. Oh my gosh, y'all. So we've got this beautiful little turtle necklace and the earrings, which was fabulous. And Michelle's seats. Is that right? Michelle? Hello. Oh, there I am. How y'all doing? Michelle Seats, you got this fabulous, I think it's beautiful. Girl, you beat me out. I'm going to have to, like, call you up and say, can I borrow your turtles? Yeah. Can I borrow your turtles? I'm going out tonight. Yeah. There you go. And so now, y'all going too slow. Get on over here. Here we go. We're going to the basket of beauty. Oh, well, y'all, I need that. So let's see. Oh, wait a minute. Somebody wrote little. Oh, no, that's writing. Who wrote that? When we ask y'all to write the letters, huh?
Just read the note. You had it upside down.
Oh. 9221. 9221. Yeah, you wrote something on there, but girl, you scribbled. We're gonna send you to a writing class. But that's awesome. We glad you paid that $20 for that. Y'all, this is so much fun, isn't it? Okay. This is a $100 gift card to Avant-Garde for you ladies. Oh my gosh. Karen Filligan, where are you? Girl, you just got a discount. We all just wanted to see your hiney. It's right here. Y'all, we kind of on the honor system. We know where you live. So we have this fabulous Autumn of Apple Crisp from Anthropology. Come on, girl. It is number 9054. Come on, 9054. Oh, God. Can I just win something? Okay. Yay! Girl, I told you I had a winning ticket for you. I did. I was right. Right on. Right on. Y'all know the best part of this tonight? I stood outside and sold tickets, and I got to meet probably 58% of all of our new members. And that's what this group is about, because we don't have folks coming in. We don't have them going out. Hey, sorry. Chico's.
Scarf and wristlet.
Pam Woodall, where are you? Scarf and a wristlet. And then we've got some champagne and a glass and some foot warmers and something. And that goes to 9537. 9537. Good Lord, let something be me. Who's got 9537? Okay. The angel tree. That's beautiful. All right, it goes there.
This is the angel tree. She just drew it. Okay.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I thought we were doing that one.
We did. You've already announced that. This is the champagne.
I thought I did that. Okay. So what am I on? That is the angel tree.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just give us some
Reg. How you doing? I'm sorry, y'all. I've been silenced. We're going to the Gulfarium, folks, and you're going to go with ticket number 9116. And we got another one to the Gulfarium, and it is Mary Howard. How you doing? Our last one is Home Sweet Home Basket, and it is 9411. 9411. Look at you, Pauline. That's awesome. You got you a big one. Do you want to come up here afterwards and get it? You can come up afterwards and get it. Pauline's going to come. We're going to take a little break. We're going to go to the results, and then we're going to come back to the silent auction. Teresa, here you go. You can still go to the silent auction for a second.
Now the moment you've been waiting for, our esteemed president, Joyce Gilligossam. Please welcome Joyce, who is going to announce our grant recipients for 2021.
Thank you, Teresa. See if I can get this back in here. Yes. While Marty and Cindy and Nancy are collecting the nonprofits representatives, I have some record-breaking news for you. In the history of our organization, for the first time ever, we had 258 members vote. Which is the largest number we've ever had. So thank you, all of you, for voting. Valerie Bogar, please stand up. That's the woman you thank for making it easy this year. Marty and Nancy, will you join me on stage? We are going to announce the grant recipients by category alphabetically. As I call the organization, I would like for the representatives of that organization and their area review chair to come up on stage. And our illustrious photographer will snap a quick pic in between. In the category of education, United for a Good Cause. In the category of environment, recreation, and preservation, Panhandle Animal Welfare Society. In the category of family, Fresh Start for Children and Families. And finally, in the category of health and wellness, sharing and caring of Okaloosa County.
Wow, I can't believe it.
Quick announcement and reminder. Those of you who have been tracking and following the progress on the Women's Veterans Monument out on Okaloosa Island, the unveiling of the statues will be this Thursday. So just a reminder, 2 o'clock, Veterans Park, Okaloosa Island. I would like to ask Cindy Mchugh to come to the stage. Last year, as Cindy served as your 2020 president, she did not have an opportunity at an annual meeting like this to express her appreciation to her board. And with your indulgence, I would like to give her that opportunity.
Thank you, Joyce. As you all know, last year we started out the year really excited. We thought we were going to introduce a new logo and our new website and our new member management system. And it turns out that we went a whole lot more electronic than we thought we were going to. And I want to thank all the members for your patience as we worked our way through it. But as Joyce said, we had more people vote this year than ever before. And Marty said we had more people participate in the grant review committee than ever before. And it was our 2020 board that suffered through that last year to make that happen, and there was some suffering. So I would like, I see Cindy Hyatt, Pauline is here, Amanda. Who else was on the last year's board? And the rest of you who are on this year's board, could you please stand and be recognized? The 2020 Impact 100. Thank you so much to all of you for the work you did, and I hope the members appreciate and will continue to be patient with us as we all learn all of these new electronics. Thank you all so much.
It has been an honor to serve as your 2021 president. Thank you for your trust, and thank you for your confidence in me as the board and I navigated our way through this very crazy year. A word about your board of directors. There has not been anything that a member has brought to the board this year that they have not thoroughly discussed, vetted, researched, and made decisions about. Impact can only be as good as its members contribute ideas and innovation. And you've done that big time this year. And I think you see a lot of the results of your input. To my board, you are my heart, and you have been my rock this year. It was a crazy year. It was a year that none of us could have possibly anticipated. And you stood there solid and kept moving forward and did things that no one thought we could have done this year. And we did. I love you, and I thank you. The board and I hope that you are pleased with the results of our efforts this year, and we look forward to even greater achievements during our next 10 years of Impact 100 of Northwest Florida. Is there any further business? Yes. Okay. Then I will not close the meeting. Thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you. We have established that the person who was drawn for is not in the building, so Vicki can read without glasses, which I cannot, so Vicki, tell us who won.
Okay, I'm hoping this person is here. Amber Merrill, new in 2021, Evergreen. Please be here, please be here.
She's in the hall.
She's in the hall?
That's what they said about Linda. Okay.
All right, draw again.
We're drawing again. You all have a chance, right? You registered early. Wendy Faust, member 2 years.
Wendy. All right, Wendy. And now Vicki is going to draw the lucky person that gets that $200 dinner they're going to invite me to at Cigars. All right.
Here, Wendy. You can prove that when they come to get it, that it was done. Okay.
Why don't Joyce, you come draw.
Would you draw this $200 gift certificate? They're little pieces of paper. These are members.
Everyone is eligible for this.
This is not, they might not be here as well.
Doesn't matter.
We'll mail it to them, so anybody who's renewed for 2022 is eligible for this. Jean Reef, we have a
Jeannie Reef.
Microphone. Jean Reef? Jeannie Reef?
She's not here, but...
Okay, we'll get it to her.
Let's applaud for Jean. She may be watching online.
Just the last name. And then
stuck my head in the middle of it. My check, cash, or credit card.
Okay. Silent auction items. Last order business. For the round of golf for 4 at Raven, Baytown, or Lynx, Melanie Adams. The date night package to Mchugh, the bracelet and earrings from Mchugh de Mer, Melissa Hines. Round of golf for 4 at Burnt Pine, Kathy Campbell.
Blowing Bubbles painting by Ann Tucker, Lori Eccles. The Donnell Clark acrylic painting, Michelle Seitz. Pamper Yourself package, Kathy Campbell. Facial and wine pairing, Cindy Hyatt? Cindy, is that you? I think it's Cindy Hyatt. Tommy Bahama gift certificate, Karen Harvey Fillingham. Dinner and a show, Cindy Hyatt. Dinner cruise for two, Cindy Hyatt. Wind Creek Casino package, Alyssa Rowell. Cantina Laredo gift cards, Lily Falzone. And designer pyrite jewelry by Diane Reed. And I cannot tell. I'm sorry. I can't tell. I'll let them figure it out. If you were the last signature on that sheet, make sure you see them over there. Yes, see Kathy. Yes. If there's no further business, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you.